And you have our thoughts, you have our support. Go get the damn thing fixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we done?
No, we're not done. We have item 5E, which is the approval to proceed with bidding of water service line replacement project funded by the Department of Water Resources. This is the grant, that is the Mariposa grant, and that's the water conservation grant. The district has received a grant, which you all know, leaky service lines to proceed with this. Construction contract will be awarded after bids are received, and the bid advertisement will be published in both journal circulation newspaper as well as published in trade journals. So this is something we're to a point to say we can hit the start button to get somebody out here to replace some of these service lines and use this grant money. Service lines to proceed with this. Construction contract will be awarded after bids are received, and the bid advertisement will be published in both journal circulation newspaper as well as published in trade journals. So this is something we're to a point to say we can hit the start button to get somebody out here to replace some of these service lines and use this grant money. That's what I'm hearing it's about.
That's what I.
Public comment.
These are the laterals.
These are the laterals, yes sir. Yes sir. These are the same things we've been, replacing with Nurch for the last couple of years.
I just didn't say it here.
Right. Okay, any other comment? If not, I'm gonna go to the board. Okay, Emery, comment?
Nope.
Russ?
Do it.
Dan?
I'll move approval.
You know what, I can't move approval until I'm gonna start skipping you and go to Jim first. Jim?
The only question I have is, we know where this bid, we know where these repairs are gonna be conducted.
Yep.
So we're going to bid on a project that says the contractor should be familiar, this is in the draft portion, should peruse the job site and be familiar with it, but we don't know where we're gonna do it yet.
Yeah,
Okay?
I mean, this
You
is,
gotta start somewhere, and the start is
yeah,
give the contractor advice.
The
You
state.
don't have to go into detail.
No, I don't want to raise the
You don't have to go into
question.
detail, I completely understand.
I'm
As
just
long as the
telling you.
contractor is fine with bidding on a project,
The bids are gonna be high.
yes, absolutely.
I mean, the bids are gonna be high because there's an unknown of whether they're gonna be moving around or not. In order to identify the exact location of the leaks and put them in some priority order for the contractor, we would need to do an extensive leak detection evaluation and report. And in talking with the leak detection contractors, we're not absolutely certain that these are going to be easy to locate. I mean, so that's the biggest problem that we've had. Plus, it's really expensive, $20,000 a month.
My question was geared towards more if I were the contractor bidding, so that's why I said there's really no explanation needed. We need to go to bid.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to let you know that it's not going to be a cheap.
But the guys are familiar with our pipes that have been doing it, could generate a logical bid because they're really experienced at what we got in the ground, so.
Yeah, and that's another thing in the bid documents that we still are going to have the ability for us to assign them to address leaks that show up and replace those service lines. Let's just say they're working all on a street and logically going down the street replacing the service lines. That's the easiest way and the cheapest way for the contractor. Maybe you can close the road for a period of time during the day, notify the customers, get it done. However, because we don't have money to do both the construction project and have another contractor doing leaks, replacing, we're going to have that contractor pull off and go do a leak over here and pull off and go do a leak over there. Now, if that number doesn't work out, if that's going to drive the bids crazy, then we may have to consider two different means of getting it done. That's the problem. Is we're ready to go to bid on this thing. It's just a bid sheet and because there's only one drawing. Replace the service line. It's easy, it's just where is it gonna be? If I can ever get a leak detection contractor to tell me, I'll do it for less than $20,000 and I can give you a list of your leaks, then I would do that in a heartbeat, and then have them out here tomorrow in advance of that contractor, here's your list. And then they can prioritize it however they want, you know, or whatever makes sense. And that may still happen.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll go ahead and move approval on this item. Do I need to read it out?
Second? Emery seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous vote, okay. Last item on the agenda is a discussion item, and it's regarding the installation of additional security measures at the district office and water treatment plant. It's item 5F, page 2 on your agenda. So the second page, there's nothing in your packet about it, and that's why, I'll be candid and upfront. I brought this up with all the fires that we're having around this community. I thought, you know, with the security, we have an alarm system, so on and so forth. We know we've had fires in the plant before. We know that we've had an office fire. And to me, it's very awkward that we've had a fire over on Ranchito and Hayward, then we have a fire here, we have a fire here. I just thought for the protection of this district, the catastrophe that has caused in the past, it would be a wise thing to discuss as a board to see what your thoughts are, to say, should we beef up our security here? I know we have a security system in place, can we add some cameras to it, so on and so forth, just to give us better visibility of what goes on here. It was something that I just got nervous, and I thought maybe we should do something differently. You know, we think we live in a good place, but I've heard of several break-ins lately, and so it's up for discussion. And I'll start with Jim.
You usually start with.
Oh, I'm sorry, public comment. I'm sorry. I just didn't want Jim to get.
Break-ins and fire come to have been an advantage for some people,
So
maybe we want to have another one.
Sniper drone.
So, any other comments? On a serious note, because
I'm not,
Vigilantes.
well,
don't quote me, I'm not serious.
I'm not a good shot, Lou.
Cameras aren't gonna stop the fires.
No, I know
That's from
that.
outside.
I fully agree. I fully agree. But you know, from what I remember and understand, we had no clue how or what happened before. So for protection, I don't know if it helps our insurance. You know, it might pay for itself over a period of time.
They're not expensive.
Yeah, I don't think it's expensive either, but I just thought it'd be something to, you know, protect ourselves a little bit better. Okay, let's say we do have another fire and it wrecks the treatment plant out here. We're gonna be down without water again. It's not gonna stop the persons from setting the fire if they wanna do damage and do all those things, but maybe we'll have a better recourse to go after somebody. I mean, that's all I'm thinking. I don't know. It was just something that came to my mind, and it just has been bothering me, and so I wanted to bring it up to the board and the community and see what you guys thought.
It would also give you some protection on the equipment you got, which is probably more.
You could always ask for extra patrol by the sheriff's office when they're out here. They're right around the corner.
Sometimes.
Okay, thank you. Jim?
Hey, so I'll only say this. We have $5,428,000 worth of assets into this whole system. And my house is only worth, with everything in it, $500K. And I have security cameras on my house. And Lou has security cameras on his house. So, and we're not.
We have them out here too, don't we?
We're not, well, I'm just going down the road. We protect our assets. Why not protect the community's assets? If it means put some more cameras and stuff up, I think it's a great thing. So I think that's what we're talking about. Cameras maybe, things of that nature. I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. Just protect the assets.
Go audio too.
Yeah, they're relatively expensive. You get those Arlo cameras now that they record to the cloud and they're motion activated and they're great cameras. You can get 3 or 4 of them for like $400. It's relatively inexpensive, nominal cost.
Thank you.
if there's gonna be cameras, somebody has to be looking at the cameras.
No,
No,
they record.
it records.
So if you
Go back.
had an incident, then you could go back and check.
You set them up on motion detection.
Yep.
Yeah.
They start when they see something and they record, and something happens, you go back, you review it, you're
Yep.
like, oh, there.
And you can access them from your
Well,
smartphone.
I do have a concern about security.
Yes.
So I do have a concern about security, but it's not just limited to this area too. I just think,
Tank sites.
you know, all of our sites need to be secure as well, all of our, and so I guess, and I don't have a problem with having cameras on them. I just, it would be nice to see what happens at the time it happens.
Well, we wouldn't know. The thing would be, give us the opportunity if something did happen, it was an incident, we could go back and review it and get an idea. I mean, it might not solve it, but it's just, I don't know, that does protection. Kimberly?
Yeah, I mean, how can you vote against it?
That's
It's impossible.
okay. Let's,
Well, because the cameras aren't very preventative. They'll be able to figure out what happened after the fact. I'd put a higher priority on putting sprinklers in the plant so that it could get electrically damaged by having a bunch of water going off. We have the water, so why not spray it? I would put a higher priority to that and make sure that this time our documents are well backed up, you know, in the cloud or somewhere off-site, so that we don't have a thing. So my priority would be sprinkler the plant and back up our documents. And I also agree with all these tanks need to be way better secured.
the other thing I thought about was, can we put a fence across from the, I'll say administrative side across the parking lot where the parking lot's closed, which would prevent people from getting in and around the buildings and back here as well. I know there's a fence there, and there's a fence there, but would it be wise to put a gate across there as well, so it can be open?
If they're not really tall and got barbed wire on them, they don't even slow you down.
Right. I'm just making a comment, that's all, you know, so
You go down that old crumbly MID building down in Merced, really old, and it's got a big fence all the way around. I mean, that'd be a minimum, to have a fence,
yeah,
and a gate when you're not here.
yeah.
But it messes up her drive-through building.
No, I'm saying it'd be this side, just west of the drive-through. People on the weekend can still drive up and make their payments and everything else, you know, I mean, just another thought to try to,
You can do anything if you got the money.
you're right.
That's what I always look at.
Well, I agree, we just gotta say, what is the best thing, or can we buy a little bit of protection and do it? That's just, so, would you wanna go with cameras, Emery?
Yeah,
I mean, we can get a bid and see what it costs.
Yeah, but you watch this, like 26 News at 10 o'clock, and they have a picture of a guy, you never really can quite, tell who the person is. I mean, they're not, unless there's better cameras. Because I always see it show those guys taking a UPS package, and you think, I don't know. But yeah, anything to make security better, I'm all for it.
I gotta bring up, we got a 16 camera system at work. Just forget it.
You gotta be careful with some of those
I
package
mean, it's
deals.
got new color cameras and I've been up tuning them with a scissor lift. It's supposed to work.
Well, I was in favor of doing something. I'm not.
Okay, all right.
Well, it's a start. I mean, we have a long ways to go, but at least, and I do agree with Russ, a sprinkler system on the main buildings would be a good start too.
That's a gigantic project.
Oh, yeah, but that's not a very big
Jim,
jump.
you for it? Okay, so I think we have a board consensus as, can you if nothing else, rather than we go straight forward, get us a bid, let us know what it's gonna cost us, what are our options? And then that way we can go from there.
A moderate priority.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not-
that's.
This is not a high priority.
It's not high. This comes after we get the bars fixed and we get employees here.
I'm just gonna say-
Something happens.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful with some of the packages that they have. what they're doing is selling discontinued items, and you can't get replacement parts or replacement cameras. You gotta be real careful of who your dealers are.
Thank you, thank you. All right, everybody, thank you very much for your time and attendance. It's concluding at 3:23 on August the 21st.
And we're going for a ride.
And we're going for a ride.